on Seattle Refined.
There's history everywhere here, which makes it such a neat place to explore.
We hit the streets of the most romantic city in America and get some early American gossip.
The ladies of this town were enamored with him. He was absolutely the most popular celebrity in the world.
Plus, what is it about this city that sets hearts on fire?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like the gondola ride of Venice. It's what people do when they come to Charleston.
And time to indulge.
Low country food, but feeling high today.
If there was ever a city to take a vacation from calorie counting, this is it.
Hey, I'm Sarah, the captain of the schooner Pride, and Seattle Refined starts now.
Hi everybody, I'm Gard Swanson and welcome to Seattle Refined, and look at where we are. We're in Charleston, South Carolina, the most romantic city in America. And as you're about to find out, this place is spectacular.
From the antebellum mansions and the horse-drawn carriages to the amazing Southern cuisine, this place is the perfect getaway for you and your special someone. And if you're looking for an easy way to get here, Alaska Airlines has a non-stop flight from Seattle. It's the perfect warm and sunny place to shake off your gray Seattle blues.
This is John Laverne. He's with Bulldog Tours here in Charleston. You have a great job, my man. This is nice here.
I love it. Every day I am thrilled that this is what I get to do, showcase my hometown. You know, we've got these these are pre-revolutionary homes through here, and they've been miraculous. The restoration of them is magnificent.
So these are hundreds of years old here.
They are. Most of these early 1700s.
You know what's special about Charleston? Everywhere you turn, there's some piece of history.
There is, and it's a fascinating place. You know, we've been here since 1670, and got a lot of major events happen here, whether it's the beginning of the Civil War or when the British occupied Charleston during the Revolutionary War.
As John and I walked around the city, it seemed like there was an interesting story around every bend.
This is where they entertained George Washington during his visit.
Right here?
Yep. He stood right on that balcony and gave a speech to Charleston. And the ladies of this town were enamored with him. He was absolutely the most popular celebrity in the world. Charleston was bombarded for 587 days and nights continuously during the war between the states. And yeah, there's cannonballs all around here, but I thought it was a great use of this one here, the way they put it up on the gate post, and they have these beautiful wrought iron gates here.
But Charleston isn't just a place for history buffs. It's fast becoming one of the most popular tourist destinations in the U.S., with amazing shopping, nightlife, and food.
It seems like in the last couple of years it's just taken off, and people just keep talking about Charleston. I mean, you have Alaska Airlines now.
Right, and we're super excited about that. Charleston's a lot more accessible now than it ever has been before, and because of that, we're seeing visitors from all over the world here. It's also very authentic. The food that we're eating now is the same food that was being prepared 250 years ago, and we're using the same heirloom ingredients and the same recipes, and these world-class chefs are just, putting their own spin on it. And so Charleston's certainly become a foodie destination in recent years, but
and romantic, right?
It is. People love it. At nighttime, it's just this mystical, magical, romantic place to walk around, and wonderful restaurants and nice people, and it just kind of creates the perfect scene for couples.
Whether you're looking to explore the history, soak in the romance, or dive into the food, Charleston is a city that is ready to welcome you with open arms.
This is Waterfront Park, and this was dedicated in 1991.
What's the deal with the fountain?
This is a pineapple fountain, and it's just one of the main features of Waterfront Park. Pineapple is a symbol of hospitality, and we thought what better way to show the world that we love them and we want them to come visit us.
One of the things we first noticed when we got here to Charleston was the food. It's absolutely amazing, that Southern comfort cuisine, all the way from the grits to the pecan pie.
But one thing you may not know about Charleston cuisine is that, like Seattle, they've got a whole lot of oysters going on. We stopped by The Darling, a brand new oyster bar in town, and talked to Chef Joe DeMeo about the local food cuisine.
So we get here, Joe, and within the first 10 minutes, all we see are bars and restaurants. What's the food scene like here?
Oh, it's booming right now. I mean, every time you turn around, there's a new restaurant opening up. People love food. especially the locals here in Charleston. They're looking to have kind of what's the next best restaurant in town. And there's always something kind of going on. And oysters are really popular right now in our local community.
And I would imagine it's not just like oysters. I mean, you can get anything from fried chicken to oysters, right?
Yep, even barbecue, but barbecue's become kind of like, and we're talking like serious chef-driven barbecue here. Definitely become some serious business here. Fried chicken as well, whether it's you're eating fried chicken in a really nice place or you're eating it kind of like in a shack that no one's heard of. Everyone's are kind of after those sort of places.
So what's the difference between like a Seattle oyster, because we get a lot of them up there, and down here in Charleston?
A lot of those Seattle oysters, a lot of the West Coast oysters that I've seen and that we've used here at the restaurant, they're very melon-like, they're really mellow. They have a very sweet taste to them. A lot of them are very petite too. Our oysters are a little larger, they're a little bit more salty, a little bit more abrasive on the palate.
And you like them?
I love them.
So Chef Joe, we're going to do an oyster sauce, right? I got to taste it. So tell me how to do this.
So we're taking a tomato-based, kind of like a Bloody Mary kind of a base, but there's some ginger in there, and we're pouring the whole oyster with the liquid into the shot.
With the liquid?
With the liquid.
With
that's
the
going
juice?
in there. Yep.
You have to have the juice in
Yep,
there.
you got to have it in there.
All right, here we go. This is for the best oysters in Seattle. Okay, cheers. Ready? Here we go. Cheers. Ooh, that's got some good pop to it. Oh, I love it. Hey, thanks,
Awesome.
Joe.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Still to come on Refined, our tour of Charleston is just getting started.
She's been asking me to renew our vows for the last 10 years, and I kept telling her no because I already married her. Why would I need to do it again?
Can the city of romance turn even this guy into a Casanova? Find out. But first,
Well, Ship Creek, go and run, go down Ship Creek, have some fun, go.
it is the heart of the city. We'll take you to a market that might even give Pike Place a run for its money.
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson, coming to you from Charleston, South Carolina. You know, when you cruise around this place, it is just steeped in history. And all that history starts right here in this building at the City Market. You can see just how long City Market is. This is Donna. She's an expert when it comes to this place. So tell me about City Market. It's spectacular.
Yes, it is. And it's always been a market for food. And now it is food and all kinds of things. You can find anything you want at the City Market.
And how about your store?
Our store, I work for Historic Charleston Foundation, and we are the anchor store for the market.
We have Pike Place Market in Seattle, and you got City Market here. Which is better, do you think?
Oh, Charleston is better. Definitely better.
Well, I don't know about that, but City Market is definitely spectacular. Walking around the market really gives you a sense of the diverse cultures of Charleston.
Go down Ship Creek, go and run, go down Ship Creek, have some fun, go.
City Market really is the center of all things Charleston, from local artists and craftsmen to businesses like the Charleston Angler with a distinct Carolina feel.
Oh man, it's a fantastic place. When a lot of big tourism comes through here, it's a fantastic place. A lot of people, during the summertime, you can come through the City Market, the Great Hall. Enjoy a little bit of the AC and the fantastic shopping that we have here.
And City Market is also a great place to grab some authentic South Carolina barbecue.
So Joe, what do we got here?
So this is a smoked pulled chicken. We do it for about 6 hours. Prior to that, we brine it for a couple of days. We pull it, hit it with our hot vinegar mop sauce, top it with some southern slaw, and put it on a Martin's potato roll.
Now, is the correct way just to pick this up? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. Pick it up, and there's no clean way to do this. This is barbecue.
Look at that. Oh man, it's getting all over my fingers.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's the way it's supposed to be. Then afterwards, you kind of have a platter of food left at the bottom of the tray to eat. So it's a gift that keeps on giving.
That's terrific.
Thank you so much.
Man.
Go down Crip Creek, go in run, go down Crip Creek, have some fun. Go down Crip Creek, go in the world, go down Crip Creek, see my girl.
As we mentioned earlier in the show, Charleston is the most romantic city in the country, and no better way to see that than to slow everything down and really feel the romance on a horse-drawn carriage. Alex is our driver, man. I bet you've seen some fun stuff here, huh, when it comes to romance?
Oh, there's no better way to see the city than in a private carriage. Pull up to a hotel and see the girl surprised, not knowing it's coming.
First time in Charleston, raise your hand. First time you ever been here. All right, how about first time for a carriage ride?
It's like the gondola ride of Venice. It's what people do when they come to Charleston. It covers a lot and you're outside, especially on days like this. And you get to interact with the animals. It's great. It's the charm of Charleston. It only adds to it. You know, you're strolling down the street looking at old historic homes, and you know, just the other day I was leaving work and the Charleston Single House was playing, you know, James Taylor, Caroline in My Mind, and the sun was going down on this like nice cool fall day. It's like, gosh, it just can't get any better than this, you know. And then a carriage goes by. Yes, it can. It can get better than that because a carriage went by, you know.
Horse-drawn carriages aren't the only romantic way to see the city. If you're up for a little adventure and a glass of wine, you might try taking a harbor cruise. We hopped aboard the schooner Pride, and Captain Sarah showed us the city from a whole new vantage point.
Super awesome way to see the harbor. Very relaxing. Every trip is different. I gotta say, we're really lucky on the Pride. We usually get a pretty adventurous client, people that just really want to get out here and go sailing, have a fun afternoon on the water.
Back on dry land, you might stroll over to the Restoration Hotel to watch the sunset from its rooftop bar, The Watch.
We are the highest rooftop bar and restaurant in the city. This is what we look for. We are the only place that takes advantage of the sunset. We do have sunset hour during the week from 4 to 7 instead of happy hour, but this is what people want when they come to Charleston.
We flew in from New Jersey about 6-7 hours ago. We're staying here at the hotel. Beautiful, beautiful room, love it. Came up for a drink after a long walk around Charleston, and it was it's obviously an amazing place to watch a sunset. Amazing place to spend an evening with your wife, who you're here on a vacation with for your anniversary. So it couldn't be any better.
Still to come on Refined, we aren't finished eating yet. More on what's cooking across Charlton. Plus, it is true. Love is lovelier the second time around. Get ready to say I do again and again when we come back.
All the locals here in Charleston talk about low country cuisine. We wanted to dig a little bit deeper to see what that really means, so we went over to the Hominy Grill.
If you're looking for classic Southern food with a Charleston twist, the Hominy Grill is the place to go. From fried chicken and buttery biscuits to their famous shrimp and grits, this place has it. And we were lucky enough to get back in the kitchen to see how the magic is made with James Beard award-winning chef Robert Stelling.
So Chef Robert, what are we making today?
We're gonna make shrimp and grits, low country classic dish.
And what does that mean, low country? I keep hearing that.
Well, the low country is kind of roughly defined by the area that's low enough, the coastal area, to be affected by the tides. First, I got these nice shrimp from right off the coast here, big white shrimp. And we toss them in this flour. So real quick, it goes right in the oil. And you let them cook on one side.
For how long?
Oh, this whole dish only takes about 2 minutes to cook. So I'm not gonna have them on this for about now. So 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Wow, that's really good.
Get a nice flip on them. And we just need to get the outside cooked, and then we start adding these other ingredients in there. We have some pre-cooked bacon, which we want to get down in there. See how it'll start kicking off a little fat. This is a pretty simple version of this dish for the town. Although I have a lot of old Charlestonians that come in and they don't want any of that fancy stuff. No bacon, no mushrooms, just butter and a little bit of garlic on their shrimp. Yeah. Because that's how you cook the dish.
The mushroom and the bacon, that's fancy?
Yeah. I'm gonna put some Tabasco on there.
Now you're really getting fancy with
Well,
the
yeah,
Tabasco.
yeah. Well, see, that's your salt and your pepper together in the same thing. And then it gets deglazed with just a little bit of lemon juice. Usually try and put that right on the Tabasco so it spreads it around a little bit.
That's really smells good now.
And then a hit of green onions.
I can really smell that garlic.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. It's a bright flavor to it. So that is pretty much it. And then we have our grits cooked off here.
Yeah, it didn't take long to cook this.
No. And which is good because we sell a lot of them every day.
So I gotta try this baby?
Yeah.
So I got some grits. I can try the grits first.
Yeah, grits are nice.
That's really good.
Yeah, they're nice warm feeling to grits.
Low country food, but feeling high today. Good stuff.
We'll be right back, but first, our Tech Tango tip of the week.
One of my favorite tools for planning travel is Google's Flight Search. This fabulous search feature easily helps you compare prices, see price trends, and notifies you of price changes. Go to flights.google.com and enter your destination. To see the price trend graph, click on the date field, then Price Graph. This is one of my favorite features because you can see if prices will be increasing or decreasing over time. You can also turn on Track Prices to receive email updates when the price changes. Google shows you the matching flights. Click on the best option to book it directly with the airline. It is an excellent way to find low prices on airfare for summer and holiday travel. I'm Francie Black. For more details on using Google Flight Search, visit techtangotoday.com.
Welcome back to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You know, we're not the only ones from the Northwest here in town enjoying everything that Charleston has to offer. Our friends over at Star 101.5 brought down 5 couples so they could renew their wedding vows.
These lucky contest winners were flown non-stop to Charleston by Alaska Airlines, where they stayed for 4 days and nights in the beautiful Mills House Wyndham Grand Hotel. Their trip culminated in a beautiful vow ceremony officiated by Star 101.5's morning show co-host Kent Phillips and broadcasted live in Seattle. Our trip to Charleston really took the cake after witnessing 5 amazing couples reaffirm their love for one another. They were put up in a swanky hotel, the Mills House Wyndham Grand, where love is always in the air.
My colleagues always joke around and say that I'm the director of romance here.
The historic hotel looks like something out of a movie, and they know their weddings.
We have about 52 to 58 a year. It's quite a romantic place to be, yes. We are in a great location. If anyone wants to come from near or far, we are literally located right in historic downtown. We're steps away from some of the best restaurants in Charleston.
The Mills House was the perfect place for the vow renewal. Everything from the flowers to the cake were all set. The couples were also ready. Well, most of them.
She's been asking me to renew our vows for the last 10 years, and I kept telling her no because I already married her. Why would I need to do it again?
Jean Barth wasn't too sure about the whole thing.
She goes, we want a trip to South Carolina. I said, oh, cool. And she goes, oh, but we have to renew our vows. I said, I'm not doing that.
But Jean was no match for Charleston's romantic energy. He had a big change of heart.
Yesterday, I got this clever idea that if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it right. She had no clue.
No.
Jean bought a ring and a suit and re-proposed to his wife.
Yes.
She's crying. I'm crying. I guess he still loves you.
Thank you.
It fits. Yeah. I did this in 2 hours.
Now, everyone was finally ready for the big moment.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part.
I'd like to re-pronounce you. Man and wife, you may now kiss your bride. The vow renewal on Star 101.5.
Just more proof that Charleston really is the most romantic city in the country. We had an incredible time here in South Carolina, and we couldn't have done it without Alaska Airlines, the Mills House Grand Wyndham Hotel, and the great people at the Charleston Convention and Visitors Bureau. They encourage you to explore Charleston at explorecharleston.com.
All right, that'll do it for us from beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. We'll see you next time on Seattle Refined. All right, let's get Pokemon going here, Alex. Let's do it.
Still